This is Madhu Sudhanan, a business studies teacher working in Maldives with Ministry of Education. Right? My educational background is BBA and MBA, and without taking much time for introducing myself, I am going to start the lecture. As you have my CV with yourself, you can refer it for further details. Right? So today the topic I have selected is pricing strategies and methods or types of pricing. Okay, next slide please. In marketing mix is a very important topic. Marketing mix is comprises of 4 elements such as products, price, promotion, and place. Price comes as the second and very important element. This is what we are going to focus today on. So what is pricing? It is fixing or determining a monetary value for the product or services business created, right? So it has, what is the importance of pricing? It has direct connection or direct influence with total revenue and profitability of any business, right? Then objectives of pricing. Objectives may differ from business to businesses. One may have profit maximization as their objective, whereas other business may have increasing marketing share as their business objective. These both may look similar or sound similar, but there is a difference between these two. A business which has a profit maximization objectives, either it can achieve it by reducing its total cost of production, or by increasing the price, right? Whereas increasing market share means you have to, or businesses has to increase the sales volume, the sales number they have to increase, they have to uplift. Sales volume, how a business can increase, that is the common formula to increase the sales volume for any business is reducing the price, because the demand law, the basic of demand law is the lesser the price is, the more the demand is, right? So based on the objectives, the pricing strategies may vary from business to business. Okay, next slide please. Factors. There are various factors contributing to pricing. Then we will see one by one. First one is cost of production. A business which has the ability to control its cost will determine or fix a reasonable pricing. Okay, there are some external factors are there which contribute to the cost of production, such as input costs, raw material cost, labor cost, and fuel cost. These all stuffs which is beyond a business control, which is beyond the business control. We don't have control over it. Any business cannot control it. They have to cope up with that. If raw material cost is increased by the supplier, if fuel cost has increased in the market, the business has to cope up with that, and they have to align their business or amend their business according to that. But there are certain things are there which is business can directly control, like internal aspects such as waste reduction and increasing productivity. So any business who has the ability to reduce the waste and to increase the productivity will end up in less cost, or they can cost control, they can master, and due to that they can fix a reasonable price. If business fail to control their cost, they will end up with high price, or either by high price, or they have to face loss or experience loss. Then next, competitors' prices. It is marketing factor. Okay, it is marketing based factor which contributes to the pricing decision. When competition, the business nowadays is highly dynamic, so our competitors pushes us to fix a price. We take our competitors' price as a reference, and business fix that price. Priorly before production or before launching the product, they fix a price. Price fixing becomes the first priority for them, and then they work on the remaining things like cost of production and all. They will set the price as a target. They will try to control the cost within that price limit. So competitors' prices act as a major contribution or contributing factor for businesses to decide or to make a price decision. Next one is customer demand. Customers' demand. So for certain products, the demand has a major role in fixing the price. Say for example, aviation businesses prefer dynamic pricing. They are not their price is not fixed one, or over the years, over the time period, they are not using the same pricing. It is dynamic, it is changing. Aviation businesses, air ticket costs, when the season is very peak, when the demand is very high, they fix a very high price because they know at any cost people will buy it. Okay, when the non-season time, or when the season is very dull, they fix a very less price, right, to boost up the sales. Then next comes market conditions. Market conditions, it is comprises of competition, then technological changes, then government interventions or government involvement, government tax framework. These all plays a major role in fixing a price for a business. In recent Indian market, we can say in recent days, one huge change happening in automobile market. Automobile prices such as car and motorcycle prices has been dropped or decreased. The businesses, they have decreased the price because of the tax framework, the GST tax framework. Indian government made some relaxation, so the tax reduced. Because of that, businesses reducing the price. Here, the market conditions plays a major role in price fixing. Then next come business objectives. For any business, the objectives, there are certain objectives, common objectives for every business. It starts with survival, then profit maximization, then increasing market share, then social objectives. So it is not compulsory for businesses have the same objective. Business to business, the objectives changes. In initial stages, they struggle for survival. Then after they settle down in the market, they look for profit maximization. Then after a certain period of time, they want to capture the market share. They want to increase the market share. Then some businesses, they have social objectives. So businesses which have social objectives, they are not greedy and they don't exploit the market opportunities. They fix a reasonable or a fair pricing, right? So a business which has social objective, they will fix, though they have monopoly, they will fix a reasonable price. In Indian market, we can say, or in Indian context, if we are taking, Tata is such a corporate which follow this fair pricing. All the Tata products, whether it could be Tata automobiles or AC or wristwatches, they use these fair pricings, right? Next slide, please. Then types of pricing. First one, there are certain types are there. So we will start with the first one. First one is cost plus pricing, then market skimming or price skimming pricing, then penetration or penetrative pricing, then comes competitive pricing, then psychological and predatory pricing. We will have a look on it. We will have a glance on it one by one. Okay, next slide, please. Cost plus pricing. Businesses which follows this method, they ignore all the other factors in market, in competition, everything. Simply they will focus on their cost of production. They will work on their cost of production and average cost, and they will add a markup, a percentage over the cost. Okay, it is not suitable. It is a very basic method. It is not suitable for every other businesses. Unless your business is very small or it don't have any influence of competition, right? Competition factors, if it is not affecting your business, then you can go for it. For example, we can say homemakers nowadays making homemade chocolates, homemade soaps, they can use this. They can work out the total cost they incurred for the manufacturing or for the production and marketing. Then they can add up a percentage over the cost as their profit percentage. Then they can determine the price. It is simple. Or a local bakery business which don't have any brand or competition, brand image or competition, they can follow this. Small businesses, they can use this. Okay, next. So this picture will help you to understand cost plus pricing. It is the total cost, and along with the total cost, certain percentage has been added as pricing, right? As the pricing. They are adding certain percentage along with the cost, then they fix the price. Okay, next. Then price skimming or market skimming pricing. Big corporates, they use this pricing. It is a boon for them, right? If a business came up with an innovative or creative product which your competitors don't have, or it is a very unique product in the market, very new product, okay? Before your competitor copying your technology, your product, before they're launching the similar kind of products, you please fix a high price and use this opportunity in providing in the market. This is called market skimming, fixing a high initial price for your product deliberately, knowing that there is no competition for your product. Example, we can say in early 2000s when Apple got launched, this was a kind of new revolution, right? In smartphones. Before that, it was only mobile phone, basic model mobile phones. Nokia dominated the market. Then Apple came up with the new technology, right? So they charged a very high price. Then if we even go further backward, we can say in early 90s, Motorola, they launched mobile phone. Mobile phone was a very new concept to the world. So Motorola is the company which launched the mobile phone. So in India, if I'm not wrong, the price was close to 40,000. One piece of mobile phone, basic mobile phone, which is similar to a brick size mobile phone with basic model mobile phone. It don't have any other additional features, button model mobile phone. The price they fixed is very high because they know that there are no competition for them. Then in future, maybe after 2 or 3 years, other businesses will copy your technology and they will compete with you. So within this short span of time, businesses use this opportunity and they fix high price for their product. So some may argue that it is unfair or unethical, businesses exploiting the monopoly. No, not like that. Because the money you make or the revenue you make from this pricing method, businesses preserve it and they do they can use this money to further research and development. Research and development is very important functional area of business. Without research and development, how come a business can launch new product? How come they can develop new product? So how they can get revenue or they can make revenue for research and development. So this helps us, help the business. This pricing method help the business to make huge income so that they can use for further research and development. Okay, next please. Yes, these are some of the products when Apple launched. Initially they used, still now also they are using, because every year they are launching new version of their upgraded product. So they are using. Then Tesla, it's a typical example of they don't have competition. A few years back they didn't have any competition, but now Chinese corporates or Chinese businesses giving tough time for Tesla, like BYD and businesses like BYD and Xiaomi. They came up with products which are far better than Tesla and cheaper than Tesla, right? So when there was no competition, Tesla used this. I believe still they are using this price skimming method. Okay, next please. Penetrative pricing. Penetrative, as it sounds, in a market where there are a lot of competitors are there, where there is no room for a business to enter, they use this pricing method. Penetrative pricing method means charging or fixing a very less price in the beginning so that they can make a room in the highly congested market. They will fix a very less price. Okay, Reliance or only big corporates can afford this, because even every other business they cannot afford this, because they have so much businesses, so much other business units. So the revenue they make from other business units, they can pour in this business and they can fix a very less price so that they can penetrate in the market. Okay, next please. Yes, Jio, Reliance corporate, they did initially almost at free of cost. They offered this Jio services. Then later they increased, right? So where there is a lot of competition, they entered with a penetrative, very less price or very cheaper price. They entered the market. Yeah, next question please. Then competition or competition based pricing, competitive pricing. Here we only focus our competitors. Stiff competition is prevailing. We take our competitors as our reference point, and what pricing method or what price they fix, we work on that. We fix a price which is very close or similar to our competitors, either less, little bit less or little bit high, but the gap should not be very high. Okay, that gap should not be very big. Okay, next. They are the typical arch rivals. It is an 150-year-old business. It is 120-year-old, 120 plus year old business. They follow this. Okay. In Indian context or in Indian market, we can take automobile businesses. Tata and Mahindra, close competitors. Then some German players are there, Volkswagen, then Mercedes. They follow this. Okay. They take their competitors as their reference. They follow their pricing. Right. Next. Then psychological pricing. This pricing method, rather than fixing a round figure as a price, they fix this price. Okay, so that they can create an impression they can trick the mind of consumers that the price is less or it is lesser priced, a lower priced one. Okay, it works actually. Again, I'm going back to Indian market. Bata shoes, they rather than fixing or labeling 1,000 rupees, they fix their price like 999, 999.99. It is a typical example of psychological pricing where they create or where they trick the consumers or customers' mind that this product is less priced. Okay, next slide please. So rather than a round figure 100 cents, it is 99 cents. Okay, next. Then last one, predatory pricing. Like a predator works, it hunts its prey. Businesses use this pricing method to kill the competitors. Okay. Again, some may argue that it is immoral or unethical to kill the competition. So it may sounds very similar to penetrative pricing, but there is a difference between these two. Penetrative pricing, businesses fix a very less price, but they don't experience loss there or they don't accept loss in penetrative pricing. But in predatory pricing, deliberately they will fix a very less price even beneath the cost of production, even lesser than the cost of the production, they fix. Even they accept loss or they experience loss, businesses experience loss to kill the competition because they know that once they kill their competitors, they will take over the business, or after they wiped out the competition, they can dominate the market. Then later they will increase the price. It is the difference between these two, penetrative pricing and predatory pricing. Okay. Some scholars or some business personalities, they argue that it is unethical, right? But still businesses practice this, right? Next. Yes, this is how simply bullying our competitors by a very less pricing, sometimes even below the cost of production. For loss, businesses practice this pricing method. Okay, next. Thank you. That's all. I hope I did my part very well, and I believe that this presentation will impress you. Thank you.